2009, Megan Fox was blacklisted from Hollywood for telling the truth about Michael Bay, and that came while doing press for one of the most meta movies ever made, in Jennifer's Body. June of 2009, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen came out, making $836 million. I made a video before about how Michaela Barnes is actually the more interesting character in the Transformers franchise. I think Sam Witwicky is obnoxious, I think what he does is repetitive, and he kind of has the same arc every single film. He was an incompetent, bumbling moron, and this was a fairly competent action hero who tended to get things done in the movies. One of my hottest takes is that the Transformers franchise really should have been Michaela's from start to finish. I think it would have been better off overall. But in 2009, she did an interview for Jennifer's Body, and she was talking about Transformers and Michael Bay. Just after Jennifer's Body had released in September of 2009. When it comes to Bay, she'd be on set saying, "Mike, who am I talking to? Where am I supposed to be looking?" And he responds, "Just be sexy." She was also asked if Michael Bay or Optimus Prime would win in a fight, and she said she would win in a fight with Michael Bay because he's all hot air. He's never been in a fight in his life. Also said, if you could combine Michael Bay's ego with Brett Ratner's ego, that's unstoppable. But if it's just Bay's ego, she's going with the Autobot matrix of leadership. And he's fragile and vulnerable in real life. Then on set, he's a tyrant. Shia and I almost die when we make a Transformers movie. He has you do really insane things that insurance would never let you do. Also went on to compare him to Napoleon and another guy who looked up to Napoleon in regards to his on-set personality. This would not only get her fired from Dark of the Moon, but seemingly limit her opportunities in other ways in Hollywood because she dared speak out against Michael Bay. Bay said it was Spielberg that told him to fire her. Spielberg said, no, that's a lie. She left on her own. It also definitely immediately affected the way people talked about Jennifer's Body. It would not break even at the box office. A lot of people trashed it, despite critics like Roger Ebert reviewing it very favorably. The other big thing here is this movie was very much mismarketed. You think back to 2009, you think about the marketing for the film, it was very much marketed to me at the time, a 16-year-old boy. There was a bunch of men sitting around trying to market this movie based on Michael Bay's version of Megan Fox. They were trying to focus on the status of Fox as a sex symbol and not market the movie to women as a movie about women from women. Pretty funny, pretty clever movie directed by Karen Kazama and written by Diablo Cody. She herself has talked about the way the movie was marketed. Talking about the studio, she said, they said, we want to market this movie to boys who like Megan Fox. That's who's going to see it. And I was like, no, this movie is for girls too. So talked about the way the movie was treated by critics and by Hollywood in general, maybe being tied to what was going on between Fox and Bay. After Fox's comments, there was an open letter from 3 anonymous crew members posted to Michael Bay's website. That letter, she was called thankless, classless, dumb as a rock, trailer trash, and it said maybe she had a future as an adult film star because she's not a good actor. All this again because a young actor had the guts to call Michael Bay what he was. So I think she should have left this perhaps at just Napoleon, yes, absolutely, but so many other actors have gotten away with saying so many other things or doing things that are far worse. The thing is, in Jennifer's Body, she gives a fabulous performance in this film that, like I said, is very much a meta commentary on how the world sees Fox and kind of playing on that and satirizing. It's a great coming-of-age story, has a lot of commentary on teenage friendship between women, but it's also showing us this demonic version of Fox that is very much shaped by being exploited by men. All these years later, people seem to mostly really like the film and see it for what it is. Curious to see, now that Fox and Bay have moved past everything that happens, will she at some point land some type of prestigious role that maybe pushes her into a new part of her career in the next few decades?